Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
More than a dozen missiles fired at U.S. forces at 2 Iraqi bases tonight, launched by the Iranian government in response to the killing of their top military commander. And right now, there are no reports of American casualties, but the Pentagon is still assessing the damage caused by the attacks.
President Trump, we understand, is expected to address the nation on the matter tomorrow morning. But we do know the missile attacks targeted Iraqi military bases in Al-Assad and Erbil, which house U.S. and coalition troops. Let's get to Mara McDonald live in the newsroom with more. Mara?
Devin, we don't have a definitive word right now out of the Pentagon about casualties. It's been intimated, however, that there are no American casualties at this point. That said, we're probably a couple hours away from a definitive answer on American casualties. Meanwhile, the president has tweeted tonight. We're going to get to that. But first, let's take you through what we know has happened here.
Baghdad is 8 hours ahead of us, so the missile attacks at both Iraqi bases were in the middle of the night. Iran immediately calling this Operation Soleimani Martyr.
The fact they've gone with a direct fire attack on a U.S. military base from Iran is truly a game changer.
The latest out of the Department of Defense is it will take several hours to assess the damage. Best estimate right now is Iran launched more than a dozen missiles. Earlier today, the president, along with the secretaries of Defense and State, defended the decision to kill the Iranian Special Forces commander, responsible for past attacks on U.S. service members, and according to this administration, readying more.
He was a monster, and he's no longer a monster. He's dead.
The United States is not seeking a war with Iran, but we are prepared to finish one.
Late tonight, the president tweeting this out. All is well. Missiles launched from Iran at 2 military bases located in Iraq. Assessment of casualties and damages taking place now. So far, so good. We have the most powerful and well-equipped military in the world by far. I will be making a statement tomorrow morning.
Back here live in the newsroom, the Iranian government saying tonight that it believes that the missile attack on these 2 bases is a proportional response for General Soleimani's death, and that there will be no further attacks unless the U.S. retaliates. And if the U.S. does retaliate, the Iranians are promising, quote, a crushing response. We're live in the newsroom. I'm Mara McDonald. Back to you.
All right, Mara, we'll await what the president has to say on this tomorrow morning. But now let's get to other breaking news just in tonight from Tehran. The Iranian state television network is reporting a Ukrainian airliner carrying 180 passengers and crew has crashed shortly after takeoff near Iran's international airport in Tehran. Very little on this available so far, but according to this report, they're already trying to they're already saying it is a mechanical issue, though it is very early in the process for such a declarative statement. A lot more to learn here. Again, 180 souls on board. Stay with Local 4 and clickondetroit.com. We will hopefully update that story before this broadcast is out.
All right. Well, the snow is moving into Metro Detroit. Take a look here at some live pictures from Troy. This is at Square Lake and Crooks.
Let's get over to Ben, who's tracking what could be a messy morning commute. We've had some strange little spurts of snow this afternoon and this evening, Ben.
Yeah, just enough as temperatures go down below freezing tonight that we're going to see some slick spots around on the roads tomorrow morning. And again, this stuff is not very wide, these bands, but they are intense. The dark blue shades are indicative of that. That same line that you're looking at in Troy is just about to start moving into Detroit. And it's not going to spend long over there, but as you can see, it's probably going to cover the ground in a couple spots. By the way, if you're in Livingston County, or Washtenaw County, I should say, and you swore you heard thunder or saw lightning, you're right. Check that out. We saw a cloud-to-ground lightning strike northwest of Chelsea earlier tonight, so some thunder snow as part of that band that's moving through. Wind chills now in the teens, and of course, they're getting even lower as we go towards tomorrow morning. Air temperatures will be around 23. Morning wind chills are going to be around single digits, and we don't expect that to improve much during the afternoon. At least we'll get some sunshine, but we've got a big mess this weekend to track, and we'll do that for you coming up in a few minutes. Kim?
Ben. A community in Novi gathered tonight at a park to remember a 2-year-old little boy found dead inside his family's home. That boy's mother is still hospitalized, facing first-degree murder charges in his death. Priya Mann is live in Novi. Priya, many people there were very close with this family.
Yeah, that's why, Kim, so many wanted to be here tonight to grieve together as a family. You know, this is the type of tragedy that's almost impossible to comprehend. But one thing is clear, the innocence and joy of this little baby boy will forever be missed. They left bouquets, mourned, and lit candles in honor of 2-year-old Mason Zhang.
We are so grateful for more than 2 years spent with Mason.
Those chubby cheeks and sparkling eyes were simply unforgettable.
We were really shocked receiving the news, and I don't know what to say, but we just want to be here.
Shiloh Lee and her little one often had play dates with Mason and his mom. Shunwei Shi is now accused of killing her little boy.
She loved Mason so much. I just don't understand.
Police say after killing Mason, the 36-year-old Novi woman injured herself with a knife. Mason's dad found the family inside their home on Friday when he got back from work. The unthinkable tragedy moved this new father to attend a vigil for Mason and the family.
It's really, hard to not thinking about it when I'm just be alone. So I just would rather to come over.
I want to pay my last respects to him. It's a small boy.
Tuesday night, a community of friends, the family's church members, and neighbors prayed for healing.
May the events of these last days remind us to reach out to our neighbor and to love those who are given to us. Let us go in peace.
And investigators tell us Mason's mom had a history of mental health illnesses, and sources tell us she was just admitted to a facility last week for treatment but was released. 24 hours later, little Mason was dead. His mom remains in the hospital. She's expected to be transferred to jail once she recovers. She has a court hearing next week. Reporting live from Novi, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Just absolutely heartbreaking. All right, Priya, thanks.
New tonight, an insanity plea for the man accused of murdering a mid-Michigan man. 50-year-old Mark Latunski is charged with the murder of 25-year-old Kevin Bacon. Police say Latunski confessed to stabbing him on Christmas Eve and then hanging him from a ceiling and mutilating Bacon's body. Court records show Latunski was previously found incompetent to stand trial in a case against him. Latunski is scheduled to be back in court tomorrow.
Also happening tomorrow, the state is expected to release new test results from a site in Sanilac County connected to the Green Ooze investigation. The property in Marion Township is owned by Gary Sayers, who also owned the now condemned business responsible for the Green Ooze. Sayers is in prison for storing hazardous materials. He is also in the middle of a legal battle with Madison Heights over the demolition of the now condemned warehouse along 696.
Michigan State Police sharing some wild video of a chase on I-94 in Detroit. They say this all started as they were trying to stop a driver for speeding.
Got him again. He exited and got back on the freeway. He's footbailing.
State Police originally stopped the chase, but then they picked it up again when the driver got back on the freeway. And you'll watch as the driver stands out of the car while it is still moving and then slams into the wall. When he gets out and runs across the freeway, troopers follow, tasing the man to stop him. Police said the man did have other warrants outstanding and will now face charges of fleeing and eluding added on top of those he was already facing. Tonight, we've learned an 80-year-old woman was killed in this crash in Livonia. Happened this morning on Farmington Road near 8 Mile. Police say one car was pulling out of an office park when it was hit by another car. 2 other people injured in the crash were hospitalized, but the crash remains under investigation tonight.
Tonight, Detroit Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib is slamming a new pilot program that allows Border Patrol officers to take DNA samples from detained immigrants. The 90-day program launched yesterday at the border here in Detroit and also in Southwest Texas. Congresswoman Tlaib is calling for the program to be halted immediately, saying, quote, "It is disgusting and inhumane to strip dignity and privacy from those coming to this country seeking a better life." The new rules would allow the government to collect DNA from children as young as 14, as well as those who seek asylum at legal ports of entry. Still ahead, a Michigan father watches as 2 thieves drive away with his children.
What happened once the crooks realized a baby and a toddler were in the back seat?
All right, he is wrong side of the road, still northbound.
And a wild police chase stretches nearly 100 miles. The dramatic ending and the charges the driver is now facing. Coco.
Nevaeh Woods is just 9 years old, but she already knows what she wants to be. When I grow up, I want to be a fashion designer.
Her talent already getting attention. We'll show you how this determined girl is using her skills to get noticed by a big company. Coming up.
The flu spreads easily from person to person, but some factors help it spread faster in the community. Surprising things that can help spread the flu and what you can do to help stop it.